What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be taking out this Vanity, and at the end of this video I'm going to rate this on a scale of 1 to 10 based on how hard I think it is for a DIYer at home without that many tools. I am not a professional also, so that's why I think rating this on a scale of 1 to 10, maybe you should call somebody for help, or no, you can definitely do this at home without paying thousands of dollars for somebody else to do it for you. I think that this project's going to be about a 1 on the hardness level. This is a 24-inch Vanity, which I think is the smallest one they make. We have a lot of space over here, so we're gonna go back with the 30-inch because there's a lot of wasted space on this side by the wall as well. I already bought that. I'm not gonna be installing it in this video, but when I get around to that, I'll definitely make a video on how to do that. But you're gonna need a screwdriver, more than likely, if your Vanity is secured to the wall like it's supposed to be. This one is not screwed to the wall, so I don't need a screwdriver. You'll probably need a pair of channel locks because these fittings that are in here are supposed to be tight. Mine are hand tight, so I don't need channel locks. You also need a crescent wrench to take off the supply line fittings, but if you only have a pair of channel locks, that'll work on the supply line fittings also. I'm just gonna use a crescent wrench because it was just the closest tool that I had to me at the moment. So yeah, let's get into that. The first step is to turn off the water supply lines, righty-tighty, don't forget that. Now you're going to want to take your channel locks and remove all of the fittings that are holding the plumbing to the wall. That's lefty-loosey. Water is going to come out of your drain, so make sure you have rags nearby to dry it up. Once you remove the last fitting, you're able to pull the piping out of the wall and off the sink. Make sure that you keep this plumbing. It may work on your next sink, but you won't know until you get the new Vanity in there if it's all going to line up or not. So just keep that. It may save you some money in the end. Now that all the plumbing is out of the way, you're going to want to put a little bucket underneath there, open your faucet handles just to bleed off any of the remaining pressure from the supply lines. Once the water stops dripping, you're able to take your crescent wrench or channel locks and start removing the nuts on the bottom of the supply lines. And if you're not sure how to do that, I did include at the end of this video what nut I'm referring to on the supply lines. It's pretty straightforward, but just in case you don't know, I do go over this in the end of this video. And one more thing to remember, it is lefty-loosey when doing this. My supply line still had a little bit of water left in it. This is why you want to make sure that you have a rag just in case, just to dry it up. I'm not overly worried about it because we're replacing all the flooring in here. It's just tile underneath it right now, so it's really not that big of a deal for me. One of my shutoff valves is leaking, and it's actually a really easy fix. I'll be showing y'all how to do that in another video. I did not do that in this video, but I'll make sure to link it when I do. So now you're going to want to come up to the top and use your crescent wrench to remove the top of the supply line nuts. It's a pretty tight squeeze between the wall and the sink, so just be patient, it'll come off there. And you're going to want to keep these lines. I'm going to go over this in the end of this video. At this point, all of your plumbing should be disconnected. And like I said, mine wasn't secured to the wall, but if yours was, remove the screws holding it to the wall, cut off any excess caulking with the utility knife, and you should be good to pull it off. So I'm going to keep the supply lines that came off of this sink, just in case. I'm honestly not sure if the new ones come with that or not. I don't believe that they would, so don't throw these away. I mean, if yours are in rough shape, I mean, take them back to Home Depot, get the exact same size. If your sink can go in the same place, you know, if you get a different size Vanity. I also wanted to pull this off to show y'all that maybe don't know what you're turning when you go to take off these lines. So there's these little nuts on the ends of these that you're twisting. Don't twist the hose, twist this little nut right here, and that's what gets them off. That's what gets them off. I just wanted to show y'all that. Like I said, it's a super easy project. I really think that anybody can do it as long as you have a pair of channel locks, a crescent wrench. Like I said, you might need a screwdriver. Really depends on how yours was installed. I did run into a little hiccup on mine though, which in the video you'll be able to see. I did run into a little hiccup with mine, but it's still no big deal. I will show y'all how to fix that leak in another video just in case y'all have that issue. That's also a super DIY friendly project. You don't need to call a plumber.